I'm going to be the backlash to the backlash today. Hi, that's what I'm going to do because apparently we're just redoing 2020. It's 2020 part 2, also known as 2025, folks. Look at the calendar. Look at that big, beautiful calendar. Who is president? I'm president. Who's in the streets? The police. What's happening? Tear gas and riots. What are we doing? Criticizing the protesters who are putting their lives on the line while we sit at home with our phones screaming that they're doing the wrong thing. Yes. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it this time because I didn't do it in 2020 because I was too busy, I don't know, smoking cigarettes and living. But now I have to sit here and watch you fuckers scream into your phones. They're carrying the wrong flags. They're carrying the wrong flags. They should be having American flags because of images like this. Yep. This image right here. People are getting mad about, folks. They're getting mad about it, folks. They're telling people you shouldn't be having Mexican. It's a foreign flag. The President of the United States is screaming it's a foreign invasion. You're giving them casus belli, a cause for war. You're giving the President of the United States and Stephen Miller, that man who got cucked by a known impotent drug addict, Elon Musk, you're giving them a reason to send armed troops. They're calling in the Marines, folks, because this one guy right here, this guy carried a flag. Look at that flag. The wrong flag is what I'm seeing people post all across the internet. I'm seeing it on Reddit. I'm seeing it all over Blue Sky. We love a Blue Sky, don't we, folks? We love people who don't get invited to parties, don't we, folks? I'm seeing it on TikTok. I'm seeing this happen repeatedly from people who do not leave their homes. That's why I want to make the point about. I'm one of them, guys. I don't leave my home either. I have a toddler. I'm often tired. I'm very sick. A lot of the times. Because the toddler coughs in my mouth and then I start coughing. And I don't want to be out there. It's hot and I have air conditioning. But do you see me out here criticizing people who are dealing with this shit right now? No. I look and I go, wow, that's crazy. Look at how many cops there are for that one guy. That's a wild shot. And instead, all these different people start saying, how much more powerful would it be if all these protesters were carrying American flags? Oh, like this? Like this? Look at all these protesters talking about immigration. Kid, this is not AI. That's the difference between 2020 and now, by the way. I have to constantly tell you that this is a real photo. This is not AI. We're not destroying a whole lake to generate this image. This is a real picture. It's from 2006. This is a small image of 100,000 people in Dallas, Texas, who marched for immigration reform. They marched, they carried American flags. They screamed, not only are many of us American citizens, our families are American citizens. We want citizenship. We want to be documented. We want this all to be settled now in 2006. And they did it in Dallas, Texas, home of the where George W. Bush, the President of the United States at the time, was often would visit. They carried American flags. They did what you asked for, Mr. Backlash. And here we are, 2006, 19 years ago, nearly 2 decades. You feel that in your fucking bones? They carried the flags. That flag, look at that. Here's some people carrying flags. You want to talk to them about optics? Look at the optics of this image. There's your precious flag. Look at it front and center. Oh, that precious flag. We love that. Oh, look at the optics of this crowd. Remember that crowd? Oh, look at the optics of that precious flag. We love the flag. We love the flag, don't we, folks? Look at the flag. I treat the flag great, not like this guy. Look at him with his foreign flag. Me, I kiss the right flag. I have it moved on her like a bitch. Grabbed that flag right by the stars. Look at the optics, folks. Are they protesting correctly? Because you're sitting here talking to me about optics, not action. There's the wrong flag. That flag should never have been inside the United States Capitol. And it did. It got there. Look at this guy right here. Look at this guy. Look at this guy right here. Look at him. That man, free. That man is free. He is out there. He is covered in raccoon skins. He was chased down by the FBI, and the President of the United States freed him. And you want to talk to me about optics? Talk to me about power. Talk to me about actually getting something the fuck done. Talk to me about how to wield something that we could see some actual fucking change, or at least a feeling where we feel like we aren't impotent, feckless fucks. Huh? Call your 74-year-old congresswoman. Ask her if she remembers that day or her own grandkids' names. That's where we're stuck right now. You're out here trying to play a game, wondering, we can't have a guy with a flag, the wrong flag out there. He's got the wrong flag. Look at him. He's carrying that wrong flag out there, and it's going to make my racist uncle. It's going to make my racist uncle feel a certain way, and he'll never vote for a Democrat now. He was never going to vote for a Democrat. Your racist uncle, the only way he comes right now is by hearing about ICE raids at elementary schools. He's been divorced for years. If this was an American flag, you know what he would say? He would say it's AI. When people are carrying American flags, you know what the President of the United States says? Do you know what the President of the United States, you know what the Speaker of the House says? Do you know what Fox News is saying? Do you know what Tucker Carlson is saying? Do you know what Elon Musk's Twitter fucking machine that is warping everybody's minds are saying? Do you know what all the top streamers are screaming into their fucking cameras right now as your children watch them because you think they're watching them play video games? They're saying those protesters carrying American flags, they're saying that they're paid. They're saying they're not real. They're saying, yeah, they're flesh and blood human beings walking down the streets of LA, but they're being paid by George Soros. They're being paid by foreign groups. They're actually maybe Hamas. Who knows? There's so many things that they are, but they aren't. They aren't real. They're fake. And so you can talk to me about optics, but the optics of this day were some of the worst in human history. But guess what? He's out there kissing the flag in the fucking Oval Office. So keep talking about optics. You want to keep talking about optics and the right flag and the wrong flag to have and all these different things. You want to talk about messaging and what the right messaging is supposed to be? About signs that we should see from the electorate? You want to talk to me about things that should be moving people? This is from last month. This is from an American ICE detention facility. A drone caught people standing, holding out SOS. Did you see that? Could it be possibly because you didn't see it because the optics are completely controlled by our algorithms? Is that a possibility for you? Did you think that far ahead? I don't know. I think about it all the time. That all the richest men controlling how we see our world across all of these websites, including this youtube.com that you're watching this on, they all stood behind the president on his inauguration day when he said that things like this exact moment would happen. Maybe you didn't see this image. Did you see this? It was from a few days ago. It's even more people saying SOS. We're being held in horrifying conditions. Where are my optics people? Where are you now? Are these optics not strong enough to make you say the Republican Party will never win? No, because those same optics people are the ones who told us to not push back on this messaging. They said that mass deportations are trending well. They said that when we scream about immigrants, when we talk about the plight of the undocumented, that it just makes rednecks and racist uncles and young men between 18 and 35 want to vote for old Kissy McGillicuddy flag boy. President pedophile. Are we all going to forget these optics? Elon just said, this was days ago. It's already gone. Keep talking to me about optics. How about these optics, huh? How about her optics? You want to talk about her optics for a minute? Just for a minute. This is the Secretary of Homeland Defense, Kristi Noem. Look at her optics. She has fucking bad extensions in. She's had work done. She's been in talks with Duck Dynasty producers to put on a reality game show so immigrants can try to compete to become U.S. citizens. Optics? They want to do fucking Running Man? Optics. 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 When you see a protester and you are confused by you understand what the message is. You're creating mythologized bigots in your head and trying to win them back instead of trying to figure out how to stand in solidarity with people who are actually trying to protect themselves, their communities, and the people around them. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. I don't know what the fuck you're going to do. But I do know that this message was brought to you by... Yeah, we still live in capital hell. Enjoy going back to work tomorrow. You have to still do that during an apocalypse. Bye.